It's been a little bit. It's been about 3 weeks since I've really posted a video. Last couple days I've been kind of sick. Well, I've been wanting to make this video for a little bit now. I originally planned on making it this weekend, but I couldn't really make it out to my car to actually make the video, so I'm just gonna kind of do it here. So this is a video explaining how I got my 2017 Toyota GT86 at the age of 18. So, roughly about a year and a half ago, we'll start about 2 years ago. I graduated high school, decided I'm gonna go move a couple hours away, go to school up there for computer programming. So that's what I did. I moved away, went and started doing some programming, did some networking, some Microsoft work, coding, whatever. A couple months in, I decided, like, this isn't really what I want to do. Like, I texted my parents and told them that, and they were just kind of like, okay, like, oh well, like, it's better that you know now. Jeez, this car just wants to slide out. They're like, it's better that you know in your first semester instead of, like, going into, like, your second or third year and deciding I don't want to do it. So they were kind of like, they were okay with it. They're like, okay. I'm like, whatever, if you want, come back home, take some time, decide what you want to do. But that's when my dad mentioned going to work with him at his shop and doing CNC. Now, at the time, I didn't know what CNC was. Jeez, I haven't actually played this game in so long that, like, I literally just can't control this car. But at the time, I didn't know what CNC was. So I was just kind of like, you know what, like, it's in a shop, like, it's probably just, like, some toolmaker stuff. Do what my dad does, whatever, you know, just kind of chill at home. Or chill at work, kind of put stuff together, whatever. And then I got there, and I found out what CNC was, and I was like, oh, you know, this is, yeah, I can do machining, like, that's not bad. Which, it wasn't what I wanted to do coming out of college. Coming out, like, after leaving that semester, I did finish that semester, but just, like, basically what happened is, like, I wanted to go to school and be a mechanic, do like an apprenticeship for being a mechanic and working on cars, because I love working on cars, I love doing anything with cars. But I figured CNC is a better career. Why does this car, like, it's almost like my controller's just not responding properly. That could be it, let's see. Oh yeah, there's delay, okay. But I decided, like, CNC is a good career. It's definitely going to pay better than being a mechanic would. I decided to stick it out. I stayed there. First month went by, they had me doing toolmaker stuff. Second month went by, still toolmaker stuff. Third month, still toolmaker stuff. I went in for my 90-day meeting. They're like, we're not really liking the work you're giving us. And I was like, well, what did you expect? I came here to do machining, not to sit here and rub a stone against a piece of metal for a month straight, doing absolutely nothing. Like, I'm bored out of my mind. And they're like, okay, well, we'll put you on the machines for a month, we'll see how that goes. So they threw me on the machines. I picked it up pretty quickly, and they liked that. So they're like, okay, yeah, we'll keep you. And, like, as soon as I went for that 120-day meeting, that's what they called it, an extended, like, thing. So it's like, instead of my 90-day meeting, they went with 120. So I think the day before I went in for that meeting, I went to the Toyota dealership, and I was like, I walked in with my dad next to me. I'm like, because I didn't know what I'm doing. I've never bought a new car before. Didn't know what to expect, so I wanted him with me. So I brought my dad with me. And I went in and basically told them, like, I'm looking to purchase a car. And at first they kind of laughed. They're like, okay, well, how old are you? And I'm like, 18. And they're like, you know, we can't finance you unless you're 21. They're like, unless maybe you can get a bank too. And I was like, well, okay, like, can we go sit down and figure this out? And they're like, yeah, sure. They pulled me in, like, their office, whatever, sat me down. We started to figure some stuff out. And then they asked me, they're like, okay, so what car are you looking to buy? And they all thought I was looking to buy, like, a base model Toyota Corolla, like $20,000, whatever. They're like, yeah, 18-year-old kid, like, he's not gonna, like, he's probably just looking for something, like, base model. They figured their cheapest car, the Corolla, or I believe it's the cheapest, I'm not sure. But I turned around and told them, no, I want that black 86 that's sitting outside. And they all just kind of laughed, and they're like, yeah, like, okay, like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, like, why wouldn't I be? And they're like, hey, you know the price on that's like $29 to start, after tax and everything, after extended warranty, it'll be about 40. And I was like, okay. And they're like, alright, well, we don't think, like, it could take a couple days for you to get financing or whatever. So, like, we can send it out now and give you a call back and see what they say. And I'm like, yeah, sure, like, send it out, see what happens. They sent it out, and, like, literally as they lifted their finger off the button for sending it, they had already gotten verification saying to, like, go ahead and do it from my bank. So they're like, oh, well, that's kind of cool. Like, we've never seen somebody get approved that quickly, especially at 18. So they were kind of surprised. They were, like, kind of just like, wow, like, I can't believe this is happening. And I'm just like, yeah, like, I kind of knew what to expect going into it. So it's like, to me, it wasn't really anything unexpected, but, like, to them, it just kind of blew their mind. So they told me, like, okay, like, we don't even have it registered in our system yet. They're like, we do know it's out there, like, we just haven't got to registering it. They're like, so when do you want to pick it up? And I'm like, well, could I pick it up tomorrow? And they're like, that might be a little too soon. We got to get it registered. We got to get the sale, like, we got to get it so that it's in our system that it's sold. They're like, and then on top of that, we've got to turn around and clean it out and do all the cleaning and everything, which they still didn't play bar it. So, like, the paint literally just feels like garbage. Like, it's rough. Jeez. But, like, they're like, yeah, you can come get it Saturday. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, sure, like, Saturday's fine, whatever. Like, it was Wednesday when I went in there, Saturday when I picked it up, and Thursday when I had my meeting at work, they told me basically exactly what I knew was coming. And, like, when they found out that I also bought a car before knowing, they were kind of surprised and kind of like, oh, like, well, what if you didn't get it? And I just turned around and told them, like, well, if I didn't get it, like, I have this thing on my payments where it's like, if I lose my job or can't afford the car or whatever, I can bring it back and they won't charge me anything for it. I'm like, it only cost me like $1 a week or whatever. I'm like, so not a big deal. And they're like, oh, well, you got the job, so, like, really nothing to worry about. I was like, oh, okay, like, perfect. And then a year later, or almost a year, it'll be a year in May. And great car. I love it. Like, I couldn't be happier with what I decided on. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely be happier if I ended up getting, like, a Nissan Skyline R34. Like, the two-door GTR. I would never complain. Like, never. No matter what went wrong with that car, I would never complain. I would just be so happy to even have it. Like, this car is basically like if I had a GTR, the R34 is my dream car. But like, what are the odds of ever actually getting that? They're not that high. Finding a good condition R34 that's not rusted, not old, not beat up, like it's still almost like brand new, very rare. And when you do find them, they cost so much. So like it's really just not worth it, as much as I hate to say it. But like, I'm happy with the 86. I truly am. It's been a great car. It's not as fast as I would like it to be, but I'm working on that. That's not a big deal. I love the look of the car. I love the feel of the car when it's driving. I just love it. It's a great car. And would I recommend it? Yeah. Definitely, yeah. It's a super fun car. It's rear-wheel drive, lightweight. But it only has a 4-cylinder boxer engine, but like with how light the car is and it being rear-wheel drive, you put too much power and you put somebody that doesn't know what they're doing driving the car, and they're probably gonna crash it, mess it up, destroy it, whatever. Like, obviously you don't want to throw a kid into like a high-power rear-wheel drive lightweight sports car that he's gonna kill himself in, which I can kind of see why Toyota did it that way, like didn't put a lot of power into the car. At the same time, it kind of sucks, as like there's so much potential to be had in that car still, and it's kind of upsetting to see it all just go to waste. And like, you could do so much to the car. Like, it's such an easy car to get started on. Like, for project wise, it's so easy. It's easy to work on. It's very forgiving. It's just a good car, a good first car for someone who loves cars. It's simple to work on, very forgiving if you mess up. Parts aren't too expensive. I mean, they can be, but like it really all depends on where you get them from. Tons of fun. So easy to put into corners. Like, it just, you could throw this car right into a corner and it would just, well, not that, but it would just take it. Like, it just, there's off-ramps here that people are afraid to do like 60 on. I take them at like 90 to 100, like kilometers an hour, not miles per hour. If we're talking miles per hour, that's roughly, I'll say 55, about 55 miles per hour. Would be about 100 kilometers an hour, or, I take it at about 90, so it would probably be about somewhere 55 to 60 miles per hour, something like that. But I just wanted to make this quick video to kind of explain to you guys how I got my car at 18. I'm 19 now. Surprisingly, I got decently cheap insurance too. Like, I called a couple places, they wanted like $560, $660 a month. I kind of laughed and hung up on them. And then I called the place I'm with now and they told me $330, and I was like, yeah, like, send it over to the dealership, let's get this going, like, everything sounds good to me. Like, sure, like, that's fine. So I ended up getting a car and insurance for pretty decent. And the car has honestly just been tons of fun. Like, it's absolutely terrible in the snow. Like, if you, okay, I can't say that. I haven't experienced it with winter tires. We kind of just went through like a ridiculous snowstorm, and like, I had bald summer tires on it, and I still do. Like, I've always had summer tires on it, and they were bald this winter. And this is the first time I've had the car in the winter, so like I didn't really know what to expect. But for next year, I actually ended up buying another car, just like 2 days ago, for a couple $100, and I'm going to use that in the winter instead. Just to kind of, it's 4-wheel drive, bigger, heavier, so it'll definitely get into the traction a lot better. It'll grab a lot easier. It's just going to make the winter a lot easier. But, that's all I really have to say, so, I hope you guys all enjoyed this quick video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys later.